afternoon. I'm Chadelara and I'll be discussing the order to cash. So welcome to the Driving New Customer Journeys, Order to Cash and Logistics in SAP. I will be discussing the order to cash and logistics process, and Roel Bohol will be discussing the financial side. So I will start with outline of topics. So we have a business challenges in a pandemic. So order to cash overview and how does the pandemic affects order to cash process. Third party order processing, batch management, transportation management, credit management. So and how does this processes can help those challenges that we are facing right now. And then due dates, adjustments, automatic electronic bank statement posting for the financial side. So for the business challenges in a pandemic, dealing with the unforeseen challenges caused by a pandemic has taken a significant toll, not only on the people but on the businesses as well. So it has caused delays in deliveries, delay in procuring of goods, unexpected shipment standstill, expiring goods, reduced manpowers, and restricted physical contact are only some of the businesses' concerns. So in relation to that, so I will give you an overview of order to cash first. So order to cash or sales distribution is a business process that involves the selling, shipping, and billing of products and services in an organization. Uh, the order to cash cycle starts with the creation of sales order, followed by the credit management or credit check, outbound delivery, transportation management, picking, goods issuance, billing, and payment process. So how does the pandemic affect order to cash or the SDs or sales distribution process? Few of the challenges mentioned before are unexpected shipment standstills or delivery delays, expiring goods due to slow goods movement because of the shipment standstill or delayed in deliveries, and also the limited physical contact that can lead to restriction, company restriction that restricts the collection of payment from our customers. So what are the recommended solutions that we have for these challenges? Some recommended solution to help businesses to adapt to the pandemic or future challenges. One of those is the third party order process. So this is in relation to the unexpected shipment standstill or delivery delays in our that is caused by the pandemic. So in a normal supply chain process in SAP, order processing starts with the customer request that the business will create as a sales order in the system, and then the company will create a purchase order to procure the material that will be sent to the vendor. The vendor then will send an order confirmation that the company's order are received and shall be delivered. The product delivery goes from the vendor delivery, and the own company will receive this and issue the the product to the customer, who will then receive the items. This is the normal end-to-end or supply chain in a nutshell process. So how does it differ to the third-party order process? In third-party order processing, your company does not deliver the items requested by a customer. So instead, you pass the order along to third-party vendor, who then ships the goods directly to the customers and bills you. So what are the benefits? So in this process, the customer will still request the product to be delivered from your company, but you will pass down. So you will create a sales order in your own company and then still create the purchase order that will be sent to the vendor, but the delivery process will be skipped, and and your vendor will deliver directly to your customers. So what are the benefits in using this process? One of which is flexibility in usage, because you can use this process with materials that are normally processed in a standard normal end-to-end process in transaction. So you don't have to change any master data or anything drastic to use this third-party order process. So if you're using the standard process right now, and this third-party order process is already activated, so you don't have to change any master data to shift from normal process to this third-party order process. Just a simple tweaking on the sales order. Another benefit is reduce sub transactions by eliminating the delivery process. So it can also reduce your transactions in SAP since delivery process is skipped. So you don't have to do the delivery process because the delivery process is already is processed by your vendor. And then reduce physical movement of product by eliminating the shipment from vendor to own company, therefore reducing delivery delays. So this is just since the current situation right now is very hard for the shipment industry or the logistics industry. Minimizing your deliveries or movement of the goods is already a big help to lessen the delays of the deliveries. Is for batch management. So expiring goods due to slowed goods movements. The effect can be experienced on the outbound delivery and picking process. This is also an effect of earlier business challenge, which is unexpected shipment standstill or delivery delay. So it can lead to slowed goods movement. So what is batch management? Batch management can be defined as tagging a batch number to the material procured or produced. Batch number generated helps in uniquely assorting the material inventory. Batch management also helps stores the characteristics and values or specification of the product at the time of its procurement or production. So batch management also incorporates the entire logistics process from procurement, production to sales. So how can batch management help in the business challenge as we are the help with the business challenge we are facing right now? So one of which is the use of first expiration, first out, or shelf life expiration date with the combination of batch determination. So FEFO or SLED using batch determination is the process in which the product closest to expiration in your inventory are proposed by the system to be shipped first. During the process of delivery, batch determination is selected. If FEFO is used as a specification, the system will propose the batch with the earliest expiration date. So what are the benefits of using this process or batch management in our business right now? So some of it can eliminate manual monitoring of product expiration date. So we don't have to use Excel anymore because it's already in the system. Easy and real-time access to product expiration reports. Wherever you are, you don't need anybody, just an access to the system. Automatic batch determination based on And lastly, automatic batch determination based on first expiration, first out, or SLED. Next is unexpected shipment standstill or delivery delays. That is caused also of the restriction of the shipment. So what is transportation management? So it is a tool in SAP in which helps in planning and execution of deliveries. It provides efficiency on logistics planning and delivery fulfillment processing. End-to-end process delivery process management. So due to the restriction that we have in this pandemic, so transportation management can help using the shipment process. So this is only one of the process or functionality of transportation management that can help us plan out our delivery. So shipment process, it contains details based on the predecessor deliveries, including who are service agents, routes, stages, and deadlines for planning and execution time. So it can also group deliveries belonging in the same area and means of transport. So basically, all the necessary details for shipment are incorporated in this document. So it contains shipment details from the delivery documents, shipment routes, and up to shipment service agents. So what would be the benefit of using transportation management or shipment process in our system or in our business? So it can maximize the vehicle utilization because of grouping of delivery activities into one shipment, ability to plan the shipment using transportation planning, so it means organizing means of transport and route specifications, easy and real-time access to companies' planned shipment activities, as well as shipment that are already underway. So monitoring of shipments is easily made by this functionality. Moving on, so for credit management, so limited physical contact like collection of payments from customer can be a hassle if we're monitoring the credit limits of our customers. So what is credit management? Credit management is defined as a risk mitigation process in which company sells a product to a customer but collect money from the customer after a certain time. The credit limit for a customer can be maintained in SAP. Every customer can be maintained a certain credit limit in the system, which are maintained normally by the finance people. So we can set any credit limit for specific customer, different credit limit per specific customer. So in the master data, the business can monitor credit limit and credit exposure of a certain customer. So how can credit limit help us help our business? So one of which is using the credit check as at sales order creation. So when sales order are created in SD or sales distribution, the system verifies the credit limit of the customer by communicating with values maintained in customer credit master. The system will be notified the SO creator that the customer has reached their credit limit, and the system will block the document for processing. So if the customer that you are using or the customer that's ordering has already reached its credit limit, so a notification while creating the sales order, as seen on the screen, will be displayed by the system, notifying you that the customer has already reached its credit limit. So what are the benefits of using this functionality in your business? So real-time and accurate monitoring of customer credit limit, since data is already available in the system. So integrated to sales distribution transactions. So the credit representative or sales order representative is automatically alerted to a customer credit situation as soon as the processing of sales order starts. And lastly, enables to give priorities to sales order with a low document value until the customer credit limit is completely used up. So you are able to plan which of the orders you can process. So that's it for the order to cash process. So I'll be turning you over to our FI consultant, Roel Bohol.
Okay, so in the order to cash cycle, the solution falls in between billing and collection processes. So during this time for compassionate considerations, as everyone is gravely impacted by difficult economic situation, many of the companies are giving reprieve to their customers in terms of payment extensions. So if you're planning to do the same and you want to make sure that any changes will be reflected in your aging reports, like the one you see below the screen, you must be able to indicate the changes in the accounting document itself, assuming that the source of your aging information is the baseline or due dates indicated in the SAP invoice document posted, especially if you're using the standard aging report. Just I mentioned the one that is shown below the screen. Um, to be able to do this, you may choose any of these two options. So it's either you change payment terms or adjust the baseline dates. For the change in payment terms, you must be able to create or configure new payment terms with new parameters that will assign new baseline dates and then assign it to posted document. And for the second one, specifically overwrite the original baseline date with a new one bearing the extension date. So any of these two options is not practical if it's going to be done manually by a user. It will be burdensome and time consuming. So with our recommendation, we will provide a program that will do the updates in the documents by processing them collectively, so it will be fast and will not provide inconvenience to business users. So the next solutions I'm about to discuss is regarding automation of electronic bank statement posting. Okay, so going beyond the actual collection process, to be able to generate complete financial information regarding how collections affects your cash in bank balances and its effects on your liquidity, you must be able to perform bank reconciliation. In SAP, bank recon may be done manually by encoding bank transactions based on bank statement or through upload of EBS files like MT940 or multicache file formats. So most of the banks are already capable of providing these types of files. As an example of how bank recon works for transactions related to collections from customer during posting of incoming payments in SAP, you do not debit the CIB or the cash in bank right away, as technically at this time um, your cash in bank is not yet being affected by this kind of posting. So you may use a clearing account or suspense account like collection clearing, and when the bank statement comes confirming the crediting of funds to your bank account, then that's the time to debit your CIB or cash in bank account with the collection clearing as an offsetting entry. Okay. So in terms of implementation or activities, it is required that you or the business user must be able to coordinate with the bank in terms of the details of the bank transaction and the arrangement on how will the bank will be able to provide you with the file, as it may entail some financial considerations with them. Now, to further enhance this functionality, we can have seamless interface with the bank in terms of file transmission, this portion here, that they provide the bank with the authorization, the relevant authorization and the path to your network or shared folder where the bank will be able to transmit the bank statement online. Then an EBS program will run in background to import data from this folder and then automatically run the EBS uploading without human intervention. So instead of a business user accessing the file and uploading it to SAP, the program will just run by itself at a regular interval and be able to post the transactions from the bank statement. Okay, so this type of solution is highly encouraged, especially during this current new normal situation where human interaction or intervention must be kept at a minimum. So actually, that ends my presentation.